What's going on, guys? My name is Lubcubs and welcome back to another video on the channel. Guys, today we are talking about hats. Yes, Minecraft hats. They can put them on your head and they just look absolutely amazing, and you can just see normally. It's a really fun little treat you can do in Minecraft. And you can do this on your own computer, on your own servers, whatever you guys want to do. It's a lot of fun, and I'm going to show you how we can do that today. You can have so many different kind of hats, right? We've got like cars on our heads. They look really cool. You can have a Wally sitting on your head. You can have Pikachu. You can even have your own character sitting on your head. There are so many options. It's completely limitless. The only limit is what your creativity is willing to make. I got a freaking UFO like trying to like beam me up right now on top of my head. I love it. I love it. We got a wither head. I got 3 heads now. That is absolutely amazing. And then of course we got a sword stuck in our head. These are just some of the options that we can do in today's video. So with all that said, let's hop into the software that you guys are going to start with, Blockbench. Alright, so ignoring all the 1,000 things I have open, I want to start with where I'm placing my models and texture files. So we're going to do a resource pack. If you already have a resource pack, that's great. We can edit that one, or we're going to start a new one. So I'm going to go and open up a folder and we're going to start a new resource pack. Okay, so this is me in my resource pack folder. You can see that up here, Minecraft resource packs. And I've got 2 other packs in here. We're going to ignore those for now. And I just created the resource pack called Hat Pack. We open that up, and inside here you've got an assets folder and a pack MC meta file. So I will actually leave down in the description the hat pack once it's done, so you guys can kind of have a template to work off of if you guys choose to do that. But we are going to open up this file so you guys can make your own MC meta file if you want to. And inside this is just, you have to pretty much copy this exactly. So you got your left curly bracket pack, and then you got your pack format. I typically do 6. 6 tends to be working for 1.15, 1.16. As things update, you may have to increase your pack format to work for pack format number 7 for 1.17, etc., etc., etc. You know, that kind of stuff. And then you can do your description. I just put hat pack. You really don't even need the description. The most important thing is the pack format. Once that's done, your resource pack will work in Minecraft. Open up your assets folder. Inside that, you need to have a Minecraft folder. Inside your Minecraft folder, this is where things start to happen. We will put our textures for our hat in here, and I'm actually going to create a brand new folder and call these hat textures. Just like that, hat textures. And we're going to go back, and we're going to do models, and then these have to be model files for an item. We're not doing blocks, we're doing item, and we are going to be editing a carved pumpkin. So we're going to open up this here, and we're going to have a carved pumpkin model file. So I'm going to just take this location quickly, come to Blockbench. We're just going to add a cube for now, and we're going to hit File, Export, Block Model, and inside this folder item, we're going to call this carved pumpkin. As you can see now, we have a carved pumpkin hat, essentially. This is exactly what we need to start. So now that we have our model file inside this folder, let's head back to the textures quickly. The hat I want to make is actually a members hat. So I've got my members folder here for my badges for new members, and I'm actually going to use this texture. So the texture is important. It needs to be a PNG file, and it needs to be a perfect square. So this one is 320 by 320. So you can just actually take this texture and put it into hat textures, and this is where the texture is going to be. If you want to have your own file, then you could open up Paint, Photoshop, anything, and let's try that quickly. And we're going to resize this thing to be 32 by 32. I want to not do percentage, I want to do that. So you got to make sure you turn off maintain aspect ratio, and you have this set for 32 by 32. That is your texture file now, right? So you're going to hit File, Save As, and in that texture location, we're going to call this New Hat Texture. It's, well, fine. New Hat Texture. That's it. So now we've got a blank new hat texture here. Because these are in my resource pack file, I can drag this over here, and I can drag this over here. Now we've got the new hat texture and the new what do you call it? Members texture. Let's build our hat. So I'm going to just show you guys, you can build pretty much anything you want here. I'm going to show you what you can do with the textures right now. Let's say you want to have a simple hat that is like just your typical, I don't even know, like a ball cap. Okay, we're going to try to build a ball cap. Okay, so I'm going to bring this back here, and I'm going to try to make a square out of this hat here. So let's go for that, and we're going to drag this over to be centered on our cube. So we've got 3 on each side there. That's perfect. Let's bring this up one more, and let's grab ourselves one more cube, and let's bring this over to match up with that. Bring it all the way over to make a shape of a ball cap. You might be wondering what I'm doing there. I'm hitting space. Spacebar cycles through these two resize and move. You can just come up here and hit move, and you can move it, or you can hit resize, and you can do that. If you hold shift, you can do smaller motions or smaller degrees of movements, and if you hold control, it's even smaller. Those are just some quick keybinds that you guys can use for when you're working on this. I don't know if I really like that, so we're going to try to round this off actually. So we're going to pull that back by 1, and we're going to right click on this and duplicate, pull it forward, and then I'm just going to resize this one more time. Just like that. So this thing is looking not too shabby. Let's work with our new hat texture. So we're going to come over here and drag this new hat texture in. It is solid white, and it's applied to that face, right? So let us do a, what color hat do we want to do? Let's do a blue and green hat. We're going to have blue on the top here, green on the front. So let's use this square up here. We're going to resize that to that little small square there, and we're going to come over to paint, and let's paint this square blue. So we're going to just paint that blue, and once that's blue, you'll see it on your hat there, and you can actually say apply to all faces. Now the entire hat is blue. Let's say you want to add some details to your hat, right? You don't want it to just be one solid color blue. That's fine. You can go over here, choose a different color blue. This is something that I really like to do. I turn the opacity down, and then I just come to my hat, and you can draw right on your hat even, right? And you can just add some texturing. The more your opacity is down, the less it will actually apply that darker shade of blue. And you'll see the entire hat now has this kind of texture to it. I just really rushed that, so it's not great by any means, but you can see a bit of texture. Now we'll do our green. So we're going to click on this, drag our new hat texture over. Let's pick a new spot to work with on this texture file. And what we're going to do, I'm going to show you guys another tool, is the paint bucket. So if I choose the paint bucket, choose the green that I want to use, I can just click on that face and it fills that entire square in with that color of green. I can now switch back to the paintbrush, go for the darker color, have my opacity set for 20, and once again, just add some detail. It's really that simple. And I can come back and hit apply to all faces, and we can actually copy that and paste that right here. Paste. And apply to all faces. Now we've got a slightly weird colored hat. It actually kind of looks like a platypus, but we're going to ignore that. So now you want to actually adjust this so it fits on your character's head. So you come over to your display tab here, make sure that you click on the head tab and adjust this so it looks well on your player's head. I'm going to increase the size. Yeah, that's perfect right there actually. Now what we're going to do is actually adjust how it looks in all your hands. So this is way too big, right? We're going to bring that a bit smaller. I don't know how long the ambulance was going there. I'm really good at zoning that out. And we're going to bring this up, and we're actually going to try to rotate it just a slight little bit. Now, if you like how it looks in that hand, you can hit edit. You can hit display, copy, come to the other hand, and hit display, paste. And it applies the same settings to that hand. How it looks in your first person. This is also big for when you're holding on to it on your server, on your single player world, whatever. You just want to have this kind of look like you're holding on to it, right? So you can actually see it. We're going to display, copy that, and paste it there as well. Now, how it looks on the ground. When you throw it on the ground, you're like, oh, that looks horrible, right? So you just have to adjust this just to add the little touches, just to make it look good. Now, one thing I really like to do on the server, you guys do not have to do this at all. You could do whatever you want, but I have it so that they could put item frames on the walls, and the hat looks like it's actually sitting on the ground in front of the item frame. So I just make it really large and level like that, and boom, now they have a hat sitting on the ground. One thing you could do is put the hat like that, so it looks like your hat is hanging on the wall, right? There's so many things you can do. Whatever your creativity says, you can do it. And then, of course, how it looks in your GUI. So I just turn this around and I position it right there. That should be plenty. I might lower it a tiny bit, and we're just going to resize it just the slightest. There we go. We have done our first block bench hat. So now you can just hit save, and that saves to the carved pumpkin. Let's hop into our Minecraft world and let's apply this texture. All right, so this is my kind of test world. There's really not much here. I often test resource packs here. And what we're going to do is open up our resource pack folder, and I'm going to apply our hat pack. Now when I grabbed a carved pumpkin, it's going to look like this. So this might happen to you. I'm actually glad this happened to us, because now we actually get to try to troubleshoot on video, so you guys might be able to find ways to fix your problems. I think this might be because my texture file is unused. Here, let me show you. I'm thinking this new file is unused, and we're saying to use it as a particle. So we're actually going to delete that for now, and we're going to use that for a particle, and that should hopefully fix the problem. So we're going to save again, come back here, and we're going to reload the texture pack with F3 and T. That was not the problem. Let's go to our folder. We're going to head back to Minecraft, Models, Item, and Carved Pumpkin. All right, let's open this up. Let's see what it looks like. All right, so I think I see the problem. I'm pretty sure that Minecraft doesn't like there to be spaces in the file locations. So I'm actually just going to go here and hit backspace on hat textures and do an underscore, and the same thing here, underscore. We'll hit save again. We'll close this file, and then we're actually going to go back to our folder and put an underscore here as well. Just like that. Now we're going to try that again. F3 and T. That was our problem. Do not put spaces or capitals inside your folders or your texture files. Models do not like it. So anyways, we put this on our face, and now we have a ball cap on, right? It looks amazing, but let me go into first person. Ow! I can't walk around like this. So we're going to adjust that. We're going to edit the texture file to actually remove that completely. So inside a resource pack folder, we're going to enter the assets folder, Minecraft, and textures. Inside this folder here, we're going to create a new folder called miscellaneous, or MISC. Inside that folder this is where we're going to put our pumpkin blur texture file. This one is 256 by 256 pixels, and we also have this pumpkin blur.png file. Again, this will be in the hat pack resource pack down in the description below, so you do not have to make these files yourself. You can just use that for your own templates. But this pumpkin blur is essentially just an empty picture file. It's a PNG with no information in it whatsoever. It's just empty. So that's why when we refresh our resource pack here, it's completely clear. We still have our pumpkin on our head, carved pumpkin, but it's beautiful, right? We have our own hats on our server, on our single player world, wherever you want to have a hat. That's how you do the basic creations of hats in Minecraft. Now, if you guys want to get more advanced and add multiple hats, stay tuned for the next video where I introduce custom model data to have multiple hats on one carved pumpkin. Thanks guys for watching. If you guys enjoyed the video, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a comment down below letting me know what you guys think of the channel, what you guys thought of this video, other things like that. But guys, most importantly, please don't forget to have a lovely day. Bye guys!